Peace and blessings, everyone. So, happy Wednesday. So, um, real quick, I guess I would share because I'm learning to be more vulnerable and talk about some of my, I guess, like it's one thing for me to share, um, to like really share my story as far as like what I've gone through and with my mental health and all that other kind of stuff and like my past experiences, but it's still like very hard to talk about my deeper feelings, vulnerability. So I don't know, today I'm feeling like I'm feeling hella insecure. And I hate it. Like, I'm doubting myself. And it's like, because I do believe in like moon cycles and all that other kind of stuff. And I know like today is a full moon in Aries. And typically like whatever intentions you set for, whatever intentions you set for during the new moon, it's like things start to manifest during the full moon. Hopefully I said that right. See, I'm doubting myself. And so I don't know, like today you're getting, and not to say that you don't get me any other time, but like you get me without the hair. Like I'm showing you my real hair. And I was like in the mirror earlier, and I was really looking at my hair because that for me, especially if you got like a texture like my hair, it's super kinky, it's coily, it's shrink. Oh my god, the fucking shrinkage is real. And I find myself like comparing myself to other women's hair, and even like women in my family and stuff. And I always say like I got the short end of the stick. And maybe, and I know a lot of it stems from when I was a kid, how oftentimes I was told without being told that my hair is not pretty. I don't have pretty hair. I've never been told that I've had pretty hair. I've always been told that my hair is very difficult, it's very stubborn, and nobody really wanted to deal with it. And so I I have a lot of like horror stories when it comes to my hair. And so as I'm walking more into accepting who I am, one of the things that I'm struggling with is my hair. My hair is my crown. It represents who I am, as part of my identity, as part of me. And like I know that having a 4C hair type, which is like, I guess in the natural hair world, is considered like the worst type of hair. And whenever I see those images, or like, and just coupled with what has been told about my hair, or how I really don't get too many compliments on my natural hair, that it makes me feel some type of way. And today, like as I was looking in the mirror, because I like, when normally if I'm wearing like wigs, or sometimes I like twist my hair up and put a ponytail in it, or whatever. But like my hair, it always looks super short because, like I said, the shrinkage. But really it like comes down to hair, but nobody would know that just by looking at it, because this is how it look. And as I'm even sitting here looking at this shit, and I should really like refer to my hair as shit, but as I'm sitting here like even looking at it, I see how lustrous and healthy and soft and everything. And I guess what I'm saying is I'm still, it's still things about myself that I don't necessarily like, but I can't, it's part of me, it's part of who I am. And I now like to say that with my hair, it is a reflection of me. It's stubborn because and it's resilient. It is. It's very resilient. It's soft. It's like, and I don't know what word to use for this, but being that it's longer than what it looks, it's like, I guess what I'm saying is like my hair is as far as like length, like I'm further along than what everybody else, or what even sometimes even what I think I am, if that makes sense. Like, I don't even know, but I look at this. So, and then it just bounces back. But anyway, and even when I was recording my episode today, and I'm still gonna put it out, but just like I realized today that that I recorded my 5th episode for this season, which is an accomplishment. That means like I've been doing it. I've been being more consistent. I'm really walking in this, and I'm really doing it, and it feels fucking weird. I find myself being like self-critical and like, oh my gosh, am I being too crass? Am I cursing too much? Am I, and who am I offending? And all this other kind of shit. But I have to remember that it doesn't matter what the fuck anybody else says. And that I'm really walking in my purpose, and I am really setting out and doing it, putting in the work, and really doing what I want to do, what I am passionate about, and what I'm a creator. I'm creative, and I am a creator, and I have to remember that what I create essentially is my interpretation of art, and that art, whether it inspires, if it offends, if it invokes some type of emotion, like whatever emotion that it invokes out of a person, like that's what it's supposed to do, because it's mine, it's my baby. And I guess as I'm like even sitting here and saying it, speaking out loud, because sometimes that's what we need to do, is just have a conversation with ourselves, is that, I still feel some type of way, but essentially, like, whatever I put out or however I'm feeling, and I guess I'm doing this just to also say, like, if you feel insecure, it's okay. It's okay to have insecurities. It's okay to have fears. It's okay to be self-conscious, especially when it's something so personal to you, something so, as if you're a creator, it's okay. I have to remind myself that it's okay. And lately I've been having like more anxiety. And I have to just remind myself that it's okay. And so I'm telling you that if you're feeling some type of way, or if you're having insecurities, or if you want to start something and you're doubting yourself, I'm pretty sure that's coming from a place of fear, and it's false evidence appearing real. Like everything that I'm thinking of, what I'm doing is being not even a mind reader. I'm projecting shit that has not even happened yet, that is not even real. And I guess what I'm saying is that I almost let my fears prevent me from doing what I really love doing, what I'm passionate about, and that's doing the podcast and having the page up and everything, and what I'm doing on social media, because it's fucking hard. It's hard putting myself out there. It's even hard just to, I don't even know if I'm gonna put this up. I may or may not. I don't know yet. I'll let it sit on my heart, and I'll think about it. But will say I do feel a lot better, and I would even say this, you know, as a woman, you know, I still have like insecurities. I mean, I'll talk about that anyway, but like I still have insecurities about like my looks, and you know, like, and I'll say this: I know that I'm beautiful, and I know I'm pretty, and I'm attractive, and all that other kind of stuff. But sometimes when just being like this, full, natural, you know, no lip gloss on, no eyeshadow, no wigs, no nothing, just this. I'm still beautiful, you know. Like, I know I'm a bad bitch. Just don't call me that. I can only say it to myself. But you know, or a bad mama jam or whatever. But yeah, it's tough. But I think as I continue to walk in this, because at first restarting a podcast, that shit was tough, because I'm like, oh, it's not the way that it used to be, or oh, I had like such momentum going, and you know, like to the point where I had guests on my, you know, like people wanted to be on the podcast and all this other kind of stuff, and now I'm starting it back up, and it's like, fuck, I gotta start from ground zero again. And so I'm trying to be perfect in an imperfect world, and that is not fair to myself. It's not fair. It's not fair, you know, if you feel this way, like, it's not fair. It's not fair to yourself to be perfect in an imperfect world. Whatever I say, if I said that the sky is blue, if I talked about how blue the sky is today, or how sunny it is, or it was today, somebody is going to find something wrong with that statement. They're going to, even though they see that the sun is out if I'm outside and I did a video on it, somebody would still have something negative to say. Because there's always going to be naysayers, and they could be projecting like their insecurities and their hate and how they feel about themselves onto you know, people who they see or who they feel inferior to. Hopefully that makes sense. And so I guess I just need to I guess what I'm saying is I guess I just need to be okay with that. Everything is fine. Everything is fine. And that it's okay to feel the way that I feel, and that my feelings are valid. And plus shit, I look at it like this, like, and this is just me just saying, hypothetically speaking. I'm not saying like nobody has done this or whatever, but just hypothetically speaking, if somebody was projecting or like saying, well, oh, yo, like this or that, like negative stuff, it's like, but bitch, you ain't doing it. I'm just saying, like, bitch, you ain't doing it. You ain't achieving your goals, or you ain't doing what I'm doing. So what the fuck are we talking about? So it's just that I just need to stop being so fucking hypercritical of myself, and get out of my head. So I allow myself to, you know, feel my feelings and stuff, but you know, and even try to figure out like, where is it coming from? And I think a lot of times the reason why I'm so critical of myself is because I've grown up with being criticized so much, or being rejected so much for being not following the masses, or not being with everybody else and just pushing against it. And It still feels weird. It still feels makes me feel shitty. And so I think what I'm doing is just projecting that onto I'm projecting that on myself. And it's like, no, don't do that. I can't do that. So again, I'm saying that all to say that if you feel insecure, or whether it's like insecurities about the way you look, about if you're embarking on a new journey of self-discovery, or if there's a passion project that you're doing, especially when it's when you're creating something for other people, like, don't be hard on yourself, or try. I can't tell you what to do, but try not to be hard on yourself. Like, really show some compassion towards yourself. And I do spit that compassion and shit, like, for real, because that's something that I still struggle with, and that I work on a daily basis, because when you're on that journey of working on inner self, it's a full-time fucking job. That's the reason why I ain't got no kids, because I am a kid. And this requires 24/7 care. So I don't know. Adulting sucks, right? Like, I was just sitting here and I got down on myself, and I was just talking to my homeboy, and I was like, damn, as soon as I got done with work, I work from home, but I was really working hard. I was working and working, meaning I was working my regular job, and then I was turning around and working my shit. And so, like, by the time I got done, I'm like, damn, I wrote like goals on my whiteboard to because I when my friend came over, I had him take all the containers. I have like 2 big ass containers of winter and fall clothes, to bring them up and put them in my room. So now I got these big ass containers in my room. I need to do laundry, and I'm like beating myself up, because doing my laundry and switching out my clothes was on my list, but also recording an episode. And I was able to do that, and I was able to do other stuff like wash the dish, do the dishes, tidy up the do the kitchen and whatnot. But it's like I'm kind of beating myself up, because I didn't even do the other 2 goals. And it's like I feel kind of hypocritical, because I just finished doing the small goals challenge, and here I am telling people, like, it's okay if you don't do all of your goals, even if you just achieve 1 goal. It's okay. Like, you celebrate that. So celebrate. That's something I have to learn to do, is to celebrate myself. And I will just, let's encourage each other. Let's celebrate each other. So let's celebrate the fact that, I'm trying to think of something easy, that even if you did not achieve all of your goals, or if it was something that you really like pressing, that you really, really wanted to do, and you didn't do it, but you did something else instead that was productive, give yourself a big old hug, and just give yourself a pat, because you made it through the end of the day. We made it through the end. Nigga, we made it, we made it. We did it. We came, we saw, we conquered. And that it is what it is, because guess what? Tomorrow is another fucking day for you and for me to do what we set out to do. So those 2 goals that I had put up for today, guess what? They gonna roll over to tomorrow, and tomorrow's Thursday, so that means I'll make sure to get it done. Even if I gotta like figure out a plan to like Cause it's two, I mean, it's two big ass containers and big ass. And then on top of that, I gotta do laundry too. So I'm gonna sit back and because the season finale of American Horror Story double feature is about to come on in 20 minutes. And I am going to, I'm not really hungry. I already ate, well, kind of ate, but I'm gonna sit back. I'm gonna drink me some tea. Might be some spiked tea. Now, you know what? I'm gonna drink me some tea. I'm gonna do good. I'm gonna drink me some tea and light me an incense and zen the fuck out. You know what I'm talking about. And that's what I'm gonna do. I don't know. I was gonna touch on that. I may not do that because I don't know. I'm only saying that because I did lately, since I've been smoking, I don't know if it's the type of weed that I got. I don't know if it's leaning more on the sativa side or something, but it has been making my anxiety go up. So I don't know, I may not smoke. I may or may not. Who's to say? Whatever you have to do to decompress. I've noticed that deep breathing has been helping me. Like I was just out on the porch. It's a full moon, but I can't really see it because it's like raining outside off and on. But I just went outside and like decompressed for a minute and just enjoy the nice cool fall evening, even though it feels like kind of summerish. But I just enjoyed the nature. I'm a Taurus, earth sign, gang. I love all things nature, so I don't know, I'll probably go back, sit out on the porch for a minute before my show starts and do some deep breathing. So anyway, I know I talk too much, but it is what it is. You can always fast forward or end it or whatever. But excuse me. So with that being said, I hope everybody has a good evening. Like I said, I just came on here to do a little sharing. You know, sharing is caring. And I love you guys. I hope you have a great evening. I hope you get some sleep. If you have trouble sleeping, I recommend a nice, good herbal tea, chamomile, or peppermint sleepy time. Something with passion flower or valerian root. Now, it kind of like smells a little funny, but if you mix it with some honey, it's all good. So, anyway, I love you guys. Peace.